Thank you, worthy brother Michael, worthy brethren and ladies. I cannot truly express the gratitude I feel for being here this evening and being able to address you all in your presence. This trip is our spiritual home in Israel and has been delayed for nearly 7 months. Due to the shocking and atrocious act inflicted on our brothers and sisters by the heinous attack on October 7th last year, it is only now, several months later, that my delegation from the UK and I are able to meet here this evening. In fact, we were actually travelling with even more of our brethren, who unfortunately, due to the more recent drone attacks, had their flights cancelled and were reluctantly unable to join us tonight. However, I am grateful to have with me the UK Governing President, worthy brother Stephen Hubert, UK past Governing President, worthy brother Henry Cohen, and his wife Linda, and in addition, the UK Vice President of Lodge London Number 1, brother Mark Jackson. We all bring fraternal greetings and wishes from our brethren back home and a strong message of support and love to you and your families. Our thoughts and prayers further go out to those families who are mourning the loss of their loved ones, and especially to the hostages who are still held in captivity. We pray for their release and an end to all the bloodshed and heartache throughout the country. In 1904, the Hebrew Order of David was established in Johannesburg, South Africa, by the late worthy brother Joseph Distiller, the ancestor of our very own worthy brother Maury Bank. Now, 120 years later, our organisation stands strong. The Hebrew Order of David is no longer merely a South African entity. It has grown into a global fraternity, united by our shared heritage and unwavering commitment to each other. Our presence here tonight is a testament to that unity. Despite the challenges and adversities we face, our spirit remains unbroken. We come together not just to commemorate our past, but to reaffirm our dedication to the future. As Maury likes to call it, 120 years plus. Let us draw strength from one another, knowing that no matter where we are in the world, we are bound by the same values of achdut, unity, achva, fraternity, ahava, love, and shalom, peace. Tonight, as we sit here together, let us renew our commitment to support and uplift each other, to extend a helping hand to those in need, and to continue building a legacy of love and solidarity. Together, we will face any obstacle and overcome any challenge, because we are more than just a community, more than just an order. We are a family. Thank you to the brethren and ladies of Lodge Moledet for hosting us all this evening, and for your unwavering support to our common goal, and for the love that binds us together. May we go forward with renewed strength and determination, always remembering the words that unite us. Am Yisrael Chai. Worthy brethren, can I please ask you to all raise your glasses and toast the Hebrew Order of David International.
What about Moshe and Itzik and everybody else?
Worthy brethren and ladies, I have a further pleasure in representing the Grand Executive Officers in presenting a very special award here this evening. As many of you know, the Hebrew Order of David is an organisation which encourages its members to perform acts of kindness towards each other and those around us, and to help those less fortunate than ourselves, whilst promoting the precepts upon which our order was founded. To that end, we have certain awards which our brethren can attain, which recognise their commitment and dedication shown towards their brethren, their lodge, and the order as a whole. Tonight, we shall be awarding the Order of Merit, one of the highest honours within our organisation. This medal is reserved for those brethren who have consistently, over many years of sacrifice and service, shown themselves to be meritorious in their actions, and whose services have positively resulted in the furtherance and development of the order. Our recipient of this award was first initiated in 1972 back in Kroonstad, South Africa, where after holding various positions within the lodge, finally ascended to the presidency, which he then proceeded to hold for no less than 7 terms. He became an integral member of the lodge back in South Africa, participating and arranging a large number of social, community and fundraising activities. Our recipient maintains he travelled and attended all lodge installations across South Africa and Zimbabwe during his presidency, always keen to provide support and fraternal greetings from his mother lodge. In 1989, our recipient made Aliyah to Israel, where he plunged himself into the heart of Lodge Moledet, once again busying himself in all its social, community and fundraising initiatives. He currently holds the position of President and Treasurer of Lodge Moledet, leading by example in all he does. From travelling all over the world to official HOD installations, to arranging the annual Purim and Chanukah parties at Beit Zimmerman. Our recipient is one who has truly shown himself to be deserving of an award such as the Order of Merit. His fellow brethren describe him as the glue that holds Lodge Moledet together, a shining beacon of light that truly embodies our motto of our order, V'ahavta l'recha kamocha, love thy neighbour as thyself. Worthy brethren and brethren, ladies and gentlemen, please can you assist me in awarding the Order of Merit to worthy brother Michael Bloch. Oh, hold on. I have an actual medal for you.
Their room.
Yes, their room. This is engraved worthy brother Michael Bloch, and it has the date 23rd of May 2024. Wow. If I can just read the inscription on the... It says, worthy brother, Grand President and Grand Executive of the Hebrew Order of David International, acknowledging the meritorious service rendered by worthy brother Michael Bloch, a member of Lodge Moledet, resulting in the development and furtherance of the order, and hereby confer upon him the Order of Merit. And it's signed and sealed the 23rd of May 2024, and it's signed by myself, the Grand President, and the Grand Secretary.
Thank you. Well, I was wondering whom he was speaking about.
Please have a look.
Just do some pictures.
Mazel tov. Oh.
Thank you. I know this may sound like false modesty, but quite honestly, when I was told about this, and I told worthy brother Cecil and worthy brother David that I really I feel bad about taking this. I mean, we have a lodge of 32 members, of whom we're lucky if 10 come to a meeting, which means that I hardly enthuse them in the order. But what I have to say, and that's an important matter, is that 30 out of the 32 members pay subs, and with those subs we're able to give a lot of charity. Last year we gave to the south, to Storot, over 19,000 shekels, which is a really huge amount, because our normal donations are 12 or 13,000 shekels. So the brethren really climbed in and gave money. It was terrific. Will we do it the same this year? I don't know. But I think we'll get probably at least the 12 or 13,000. So for your very kind words, thank you very, very much. It's much appreciated. Now it is my turn actually to carry on with giving presentations of appreciation to some brethren.
Keep it friendly, but we'll come. Get your phone ready.
Yeah. My first presentation is my first presentation. Unfortunately, worthy brother David isn't here, but this is to worthy brother David Gelfand, the father of Lewis, standing over there in the corner. Worthy brother, presented to worthy brother David Gelfand by Lodge Moledet in Raanana, Israel, in recognition and gratitude of his involvement and years of dedication in assisting the lodge with its functions. Okay, I will ask. Here we are. There you are. Yeah. Thank you very much. That you'll get this deal. Thank you. Thank you. My second person is worthy brother Cecil Migdal. In recognition and in gratitude of his involvement and years of dedication in assisting with the lodge and its functions. Mazal tov.
Mazal tov.
Don't stand next to Michael.
Michael?
Stand next to Michael.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My next certificate of appreciation is to worthy brother Julian Sagor, in recognition and gratitude of his involvement and dedication of years of dedication in his role of scribe and producing a monthly newsletter, which is a very difficult thing every month. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next one is to Brother Lawrence Burzen, a certificate of appreciation presented to Brother Lawrence Burzen, a Lodge Moledet in Raanana, Israel, in recognition and gratitude of his involvement and years of dedication in transporting persons to numerous lodge events.
Well deserved.
Turn around.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Wait. Turn to me. Thank you.
Hey.
Huh? Hello. Huh?
Somebody else's certificate fell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Zalto. Now this one is to Mrs. Gertie Lipman, who isn't here now. She was supposed to come tonight. Unfortunately, she couldn't. But I would like to tell you about Gertie Lipman. She is, I would say, one of the best members of our lodge, in that she supports us incredibly all the time. She gives money virtually every month to the lodge. Not only that, she even pays lodge dues, the subs, as if she is a member. Her late husband and her late father were members of the lodge, and she is like continued in the tradition, which I think is really something fantastic. And I'm so sorry that she couldn't come, but I shall be going with maybe with worthy brother Cecil and maybe other members to her at Beit Protea, and we'll hand it over to her there. It's a real shame that she didn't come. Anyway, we'll do what needs to be done. I want to also mention some people who helped me tonight, helped me, and I could say and Sarah, by helping us by doing certain things for us. First of all, to Brother Doron. Brother Doron Epstein is a real right-hand man, as is Louis Gelfand. Unfortunately, Louis is, as you see, has a problem with his fingers, and he wasn't as able to help as he normally does. But the two of them are absolutely the backbone of the lodge when it comes to setting things up. And I'll talk to you. My thanks to Jeff and Esther for helping out with certain things tonight. It's much appreciated. There's Esther. And also to Ruth and Arik, who were prepared to bring Gertie here, but she didn't want to come. Well, she couldn't come. I'm sure she wanted to come.
How old is she? Over 100. She's over 100. Hey, listen, my car can carry it.
And I want to say thanks to worthy brother Les for taking the forms. Les is, wherever you're having a function that is Zionistic, pro-Israel, pro-Jewish, Les is there. And Mazal Tov to him and all of them. I don't know if there's anyone else, but if I've missed someone out, I do apologize. I now have the great pleasure of making a presentation.
Another one for me?
Yeah, okay, I found it. With sincere thanks to Linda, who entertained the ladies with a new cookbook. Linda, by the way, I've been told, is one of the top dentists in London, in England, who also goes to various countries and helps the poor there with dental needs for free. Mazal Tov, and thank you very much. Right. I need to also thank Brother Jeff, Brother Julian, and Brother Maurice for standing in for brethren that weren't present so that we could have a proper meeting. Thank you very much for your I think that about ends it. So, thank you. Sorry. The last person that I can think of that should get a thank you is a lady by the name of Sarah Shandel Bloch. I have a beautiful bouquet of flowers. It's not from the lodge, it's from an admiring and loving husband, myself. Sarah is a real yeoman. She worked making the food for at least 15 hours, really, and it's hard work. I actually helped as well. Don't think I didn't help. I mashed the eggs for the egg salad, and don't think it's so easy. It takes a long time. I believe that's all. Thank you. I would like to call upon worthy brother Stephen Hubert, whom I believe wishes to say for a few words.
Thank you, very brother. Worthy brethren, ladies, thought it might be just a good idea while we're here together with us, please to give you an idea of what we're doing in the UK. But first of all, I just wanted to say, there's a saying that we're all connected somehow by 6 degrees of separation. Everybody in the world is connected by 6 degrees of separation. But Michael and I were connected long before we knew each other. Although we were born at different times, we were brought up in different continents, led different lives, we had a connection, didn't we? Michael, before he met his lovely wife, dated a young South African lady who later became my sister-in-law. So when I came to Israel in 1967 after the Six-Day War as a volunteer, the South African group came along as volunteers. Young lady and I started seeing each other and became serious, and we got married, and we found out quite accidentally at a dinner at Worthy Brother Henry's house that we had that connection, and what goes around comes around. Just to give you an idea of what we're doing in the UK at the moment, we're doing fundraising. Just last week, we held a barbecue at the golf club where we hold our meetings in London for the parents of the Zichron Menachem children, which was very well attended. We've been involved with the Zichron Menachem charity for many years now, 10, 15 years or more, I can't remember. That itself wasn't a fundraising event, but it was where our funds are going. We've held things like the Golf Day, which is named after Worthy Brother Anton's late father, Asher Tepper, the Asher Tepper Memorial Golf Day, which annually raises something like, what would you say, about £20,000 a year, which again goes to worthy causes. We have an educational event. I heard you mentioning the 49 step, born and brought up with biltong in our veins. Our whiskey evening, it's the same thing, isn't it, where we auction off whiskey. Again, that raises something between £10,000 and £12,000 a year. Every year we've got some very generous donors. Those are the sort of things that we're doing. And one of the newest projects we're doing is the gravestone project, whereby we're providing headstones for children who sadly died and were buried in unmarked graves. We're now able to find their identities and mark them and give them their proper respect. So I just thought I'd give you an idea of what we're doing. I'd like to add my personal congratulations to Worthy Brother Michael for this award, well deserved. We see each other fairly frequently on the Zoom meetings. It's always educational and entertaining to be in a meeting with you. And I wish you well, and your lovely wife and everybody for the future. Thank you.
It's now my pleasure to call upon Worthy Brother Murray Bank to say a few words.
Hodu Lashem Ki Tov Ki L'Olam Chasdo. We can also rephrase it. Hod Lashem Ki Tov Ki L'Olam Chasdo. Really, the privilege of being part of this international brotherhood and sisterhood is something of a dream. I grew up as a little boy, intravenously experiencing Chavashaft with events at our home, and our home was always overflowing. During installations, during summer holidays, our home was an open home to everybody that wanted to be with us. I remember Leil Seder, that we would have 20, 30 people at our Leil Seder, from the richest people in the city to the person that didn't even have a place to eat. And everybody sat together, and this is the Chavashaft that I grew up with. Throughout the years, the dream of coming to Israel. In '67, I was a little boy, and at the front door of our home, my father came home from work, and he said, "What are you doing with your school bag? It's 7 o'clock at night." I said, "Dad, can you take me to the airport?" He said, "Yeah, why?" This is in East London, South Africa. I said, "I've got to catch a flight." He said, "Yeah, where?" I said, "To Israel." He said, "Why?" "There's a war." I said, "Okay, so you're 7 years old, and you're my responsibility right now, so go back to your bedroom and unpack your toothbrush and your pajamas. So you're going to school tomorrow." So I said, "Okay, Dad, if that's the case, please, can you advertise in the newspaper?" the Daily Dispatch. He said, what? I said, I'm selling all my toys. And I had the best Mad magazine collection in the world. I had every Mad magazine that was ever printed. I sold it all. Back then it made hundreds of dollars. It was all gone in 24 hours. And I donated all that money to a hospital in Jerusalem called Shaare Tzedek. I got a thank you letter. My father asked me, what do you want to do in Israel? I said, I don't know how to do much, but at least I can wipe a soldier's forehead in a hospital bed. Maybe I can fill sandbags on the front lines and help protect Jewish homes. That feeling never went away. When my father heard about this, that I was donating all my toys and everything that I had to Israel, he said, okay, we're going to do something together. He hired the Jan Smuts Stadium, which is like the Teddy Stadium, the football stadium in East London. And as a builder, he built a ramp in the middle of the stadium, and there was a 24-hour Woodstock concert where every band in South Africa was invited, and the band that won the most votes, you wrote on your ticket the band you liked the most, got $10,000, and everybody else got a handshake. I think it raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. The mayor of the city gave us the football stadium for free for 24 hours, and everybody that came in had to buy a ticket for, I don't know how much it was, but it raised a massive amount of money for Israel, and it went to a hospital in Netanya for soldiers recovering. So to continue this whole dream, I went to America. I had a dream to accomplish whatever I could there, but I never lost my way. I always understood coming to Israel was my destination, and it's our destination, and we're building for Am Israel to come home. HOD is doing brilliant work. We're a tiny crowd of people today. When you look at those old pictures of the hundreds and the thousands of members and the amazing atmosphere there was back then, the dream is to continue in every neighborhood in Jerusalem and in Israel to welcome our brothers and sisters home. I just want to say in conclusion, the honor and the privilege of being here tonight, it's history. 5 generations of HOD and getting stronger. We had a privileged project 22 years ago that raised money for Hatzalah in Jerusalem and raised money for Hatzalah in New York. We wrote a book, Zev Breyer and myself. When we heard about what happened in the Twin Towers, my rabbi said to me, you are chayav, you are commanded. I said, what am I commanded? He said, you're commanded to write a book about the stories that your patients, your friends, and your family are giving you about what happened that day. I said, I'm commanded. There's Art Scroll, fell down, Bantam, Doubleday, 1,000,001 publishing houses. Who's this little dentist in Jerusalem going to publish a book? What up? He said, do it. I did it. We worked for a year on the project. One of the miracles that came from that project is a year later, Zev got married, and a year later, he had his gorgeous son, who also wants to become an HOD member. So we see one of the miracles that came from that book is that it showed American, it became a bestseller. I think it sold, the head of Hatzalah told me, I gave all the rights to Hatzalah across the world. America, Hatzalah told me it sold $250,000. There was a bookstore in New York, and they had floor to ceiling, and the books were gone like colors before Shabbos. And I was interviewed by people from all over the world, and Zev was interviewed, and the book is still getting mileage until today. It was built on 3 fundamentals: Utshuva, Utfila, Utzedakah, Mavrin, et Raha Gezerah. That returning to Hashem, returning to pray to Hashem, and Tzedakah, Mavrin, et Raha Gezerah. Cancel the evil decree. I have no doubt about it that the work that's being done in HOD, both in Israel and across the world, is one of the pillars keeping civilization going. We are privileged. Our membership goes back 4,000 years to an amazing chesed called Chesed Abraham. And tonight we're counting the Sfirot of the Omer, and it's Gevura Sheba Hod, the might of Hod. And Lag BaOmer, of all days of the year, is actually Hod Sheba Hod. And this is celebration of incredible proportions, where the whole of Israel lights up across Israel and lights up across the world. And the chesed that Am Yisrael is doing today is unprecedented for sure. in 2,000 and 3,000 years. We're seeing the return of Am Yisrael, Kelev Echad, Keish Echad, like one heart of one man. We are united in this battle that I have no doubt Hashem is shaking his world and pleading with his children, come home, my beloved. We at HOD pledge, we're ready. We're ready to help every Jew across the world as we've committed Haftarecha Kamocha, the greatest of all the mitzvahs, because that ultimately leads to all the mitzvahs. And I want to say, my dear wife, who was also born in the same kind of HOD atmosphere in her home, the hospitality was overflowing, and it was natural that we should get married. And when we looked at our home, I said, what do we need this home for? We got an inheritance from my late father. And she said, of course, we want to build a shul in our home. And Baruch Hashem, one floor of our home is a shul. My late father's Sefer Torah. And on Shabbos we have between 3 and 4 minyanim. And everybody has a kiddush with cholent and amazing things. So I invite everybody that's interested to Shabbos with us, and don't be scared, there's a place, because the tradition is that Jerusalem never had no place. We expand with the nation. And on Yom Shani in the evening we're having a barbecue at our place. It's called a bank quit. So we never quit. And Yeshaka, Brother Anton, you're amazing. Brother Mike, absolutely deserving, and many more years. As I say, not Ad Mev Esrim, Mev Esrim Plus. That all of us, please God, soon will celebrate with the Mashiach Tzidkenu in Jerusalem, with the Beis HaMikdash and the Geula Shlema of Kol Am Yisrael coming home.
Is everyone fed up? Like food, fed up? Now we have the dessert, which is a lovely avatiach watermelon. Please come and help yourselves. And any other food that you may wish.
Yeah, we'll do it.